Namaste, everyone. My name is Vallabha Tantri, and Shubh Navratri to all of you. Wishing you all a joyous and a prosperous Navratri celebration. Hindu Heritage Month is here, and we are all here. Many Hindu organizations across North America have month-long events planned for this celebration. More and more US states are proclaiming October 2022 as Hindu Heritage Month. During Hindu Heritage Month, most Hindus and Hindu organizations across the world will get an opportunity to express to the world the contributions of Hindus to the humanity and in all aspects of life, from art to culture, to science, to medicine, from technology to entrepreneurship, and of course the spirituality. It will be a month where Hindus will tell the world about our history and how the world will be a better place when the concepts of Vasudeva Kutumbakam, meaning the entire world is one big family, flourishes. The theme and importance, the theme of this Hindu Heritage Month this year is relevance and importance of Hindu values in today's world. The values such as, inclusiveness, pluralism, reverence to knowledge, strong family structure, ahimsa towards all, including nature, and seva. With that, I now request Sanjay Mehta ji to come on screen and start this virtual program with the Shankhnad and Deepa Prajwalan, the blowing of the conch and the lighting of the lamp. And we have Sanjay Mehta ji and Amita ji on the screen. Just a little bit of background of Sanjay Mehta ji. He's the past General Secretary of World Hindu Council of America. He is also Religion, Culture, Youth Program Coordinator for Hindu Jain Temple, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He serves as a Seva Service Coordinator for many local and national groups. He presents and speaks on Hindu teachings in various forums, including interfaith groups and educational institutes. So, Namaste Sanjay ji, welcome to the program, and the floor is yours. Thank you.
Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So on behalf of Hindu Heritage Month organizing team, we seek the blessings of Bhagwan for Nirvigna, which is uninterrupted completion of Hindu Heritage Month celebrations across the globe. So we'll seek Bhagwan's blessing. Om Gajananam Bhutganadisevitam Kapit Falasar Bhakshanam Umasutam Shok Vinashkaranam Namami Vigneshwar Pad Pankajam Namami Vigneshwar Pad Pankajam Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Karyarambham Karishyamah Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. Shubham Karoti Kalyanam Arogyan Dhana Sampadah Shatru Buddhi Vinashaya Deepa Jyotir Namostute Namah Parvati Pate Har Har Mahadev Har Jai Shri Ram Hari Om Tat Sat. Vallabha, it's all you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sanjay ji and Amita ji, for giving an auspicious beginning to this event, and of course, for many more such Hindu Heritage Month programs. So, thank you.
Hari
Dhanyavad.
Om, Hari Om.
Next, we move on to the next item on the program, that is blessings Ashirvachan from Swamini Shraddhananda Saraswati ji. Bringing her on the screen, a little bit of background of Swamini ji. She is the co-founder of Kula Kamala Foundation and Yoga Ashram. Her path to spiritual ministry was activated and empowered by years of education in the teachings of Advaita Vedanta, yoga, and Tantra. She is an author of several yoga therapy programs, spiritual leadership certifications, book of poetry, and more. The basis of her spiritual practice is what she's going to talk about right now. And thank you so much, Swamini ji. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much. Pranam. Pranam. Shubh Navratri, everyone. Happy Navratri. And thank you so much for including me in this very special day with this very special message to go out to the masses, the relevance and importance of Hindu values in today's world. It's no secret that the world today is a very upsetting place to all. There is so much suffering and so much division and separation. And when there is such division and separation in society, then we are not empowered to come into the deepest truth of ourself. It is only through the practice of ethics and through the exploration of how deeply and how intentionally and profoundly we can live by those ethics that we come into a greater truth of who we are, a greater truth of who we can be together, and the greater truth of our relationship to divinity, to our source. In the Yadevi mantra, which is oftentimes chanted this time of the year and all times of the year in honor of the Divine Mother, we are expressing that we understand that divinity exists within us in many forms, including our actions, our expression of compassion, our intelligence, and our discernment, and our devotion. To say those words and to live by those words are two different things. So it's important for all people within the Hindu community, outside of the Hindu community, anyone who is truly seeking peace and unity in this life, seeking the diminishment and perhaps even the end of suffering, to investigate the ways in which their own behavior are in contrast to these divine qualities, the quality of wisdom, the quality of service, the quality of devotion, the quality of love. In the story of Durga, the Blessed Mother shares with us not just an amazing story about something that she went through, but also she lays out a path for us to follow. She says that if we wish to live by these ethics, by these values, if we wish to embolden them within ourselves, to come to realize the power that we carry individually and as a community, then we must also fight the demons. We must fight the demons first within ourselves, then come together as a loving, compassionate community and find ways to dismantle the obstacles that stand between us and that greater unity around the world. Every parable, every story, every lila within this beautiful tradition expresses that very same thing. It is laying out for us the path of ethical values, so important in order to turn today's world from a place of violence and fear and separation into a place of unity, love, and compassion. Unity, love, and compassion that is based in a true caring for ourselves as well as for our neighbors, for the world itself, to take better care of each other. And then, of course, to come into the deepest possible devotion. So I would just like to take a moment to congratulate everyone who has worked so hard to bring this program forward. I thank you, my deepest gratitude and pranam, thanking everyone who is in attendance today. Such a beautiful offering to the community. Blessings to all. Namaste, Hari Om, Jai Mata Di.
Thank you, Swaminiji. Thank you so much for sharing the words of wisdom with the viewers today, and also reminding us again about laying the path of ethical values and leading us to the path to place of love, compassion, and unity, the much needed Sanatana Dharma value at this time for the rest of the world and the entire world. Thank you so much, Swaminiji. Moving on. A program of this magnitude and every other activity for the Hindu Heritage Month does require some financial support. So we are here humbly requesting all the donors and all the viewers to support us financially in whatever way you can and whatever extent that you can, so that all these programs are uninterrupted and is offered to all the Hindus across the globe. So humbly requesting, and there is a link, there's a donation link that is there on the screen, which will help you. Please make a note of this. You can either go by Zelle for treasure@vhpa-america.org, or you can also go via PayPal route to make your donation and contribution. Any donation, as I said, Yatha Shakti donation is welcome. Thank you so much. Moving on to the next segment of this event, we would now call upon Dr. Jai Bansalji to come on the virtual screen and to give the perspective of Hindu Heritage Month, past, present, and future. Before he starts, I just wanted to give the audience a little bit of background about Dr. Jai Bansalji. He is a scientist, author, and a community leader with a keen interest in Indian history and in exploring the contributions of the Hindu civilizations to the world. He currently serves as Vice President of Education for the World Hindu Council of America, as well as a member of its Executive Board and Governing Council. After a professional career spanning 38 years, Dr. Bansal retired in 2014 as a Chief Scientific Officer and Global Technology Development Advisor of a global petrochemical company. From 2014 to 2018, he served as an advisor to Argonne National Laboratory, Chicago, and the U.S. Department of Energy. He has published widely and holds over 24 scientific patents. Namaste, Dr. Jaiji. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Vallabhaji. Thank you. Namaste and Sat Sri Akal to all our viewers. Navratri ki shubhkamnaएं sabko. So, Hindu Americans started coming to the US and Canada in mid-1960s. After establishing good financial base for our families, it was simply time for the 4 million strong Hindu American community to start talking about its rich cultural heritage. It was this simple thought that gave birth to the concept of Hindu Heritage Month. I feel truly honored to be part of the team that has been tasked with organizing this effort. Diversity and inclusiveness being the core pillars of the Hindu ethos, we decided to design this program with open architecture. To put it simply, we are Hindus, we have a rich cultural heritage, and we all celebrate it individually or in groups. Why not do it together under one banner? Everyone can celebrate in their own way, but let's just do it under a common theme, under a common name, and that was basically the idea behind Hindu Heritage Month. 2021 was the first year when we introduced when we started on this journey. And it was a success beyond our expectations. We had more than 100 organizations join us as partners from US, Canada, United Kingdom, South Africa, and Thailand. We can also take pride in the fact that more than half the states in United States and more than 50 cities across the land rose to honor the contributions of Hindu Americans, as did a number of elected officials. It was all wonderful, but it's all history. Question is, where are we today? This year's Hindu Heritage Month has already started on a very high note. We have added nearly 50 new organizations as partners, and roughly 60 new events have been added to the calendar. Excellent progress is also being made on political recognitions as well. But what exactly is new this year? Many things, actually. Firstly, this year we have placed greater emphasis on making this event a truly international phenomenon. Already, we have 30 organizations from 11 countries, from all the way from New Zealand to Norway, who have joined us as partners. And they have scheduled many events to take place during this month of October. Secondly, we are making an earnest effort to pass the baton on to our next generation. For example, we have organized a multi-day virtual conference called Enlivening Hindu Heritage, Voices of Diaspora-Raised Hindus. It is a collaboration between my organization, Vishwa Hindu Parishad of America, and Hindu University of America, and entirely organized by diaspora-raised Hindus. First session is on tomorrow, and it's on future of Hindu mandirs in America. And there are many more to come during the month of October. Moreover, the closing ceremonies for Hindu Heritage Month have been planned and will be executed entirely by Hindu youth from many different countries. I think it'll be something very special and very refreshing, and I'm looking forward to it. And of course, all the major events in between. So that's where we are today. But what about the future? I think we can all agree that future is a book that has not been written, but we do have the opportunity to shape it. To do so, we must have a common vision. Here's what I'm putting in front of all of us as my vision, and I hope you can make it yours. First, by 2025, let's work to get formal declaration of Hindu Heritage Month by the US government. And by 2030, let's get United Nations to do the same. Secondly, for the second part, I want to use a metaphor, and the metaphor is that of Kumbh Mela. See, Kumbh Mela comes every 12 years. No one organizes it, but it just happens. Devotees come from far and wide, in millions, do their thing, and then go home. No one invites them, no one tells them what to do. The only thing organizers do is provide the infrastructure. That's how I like to see Hindu Heritage Month happen. Organizations come, add their events to the global event calendar, they do their celebration, upload their photos and videos without anyone prompting them. Just imagine what a billion-strong Hindu community, when they come together to celebrate their shared heritage, what kind of message that would give to the world at large. That's my vision. I hope you can make it yours and come together to make us achieve it. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you, Dr. Vijay Bansalji, for giving your perspective of what Hindu Heritage Month was in the past, how it all started, present, and the future. And I really like the way we are, providing the platform for all the Hindus to, showcase their shared heritage. And of course, I like the example of Hindu Heritage Month being the Kumbh Mela, Kumbh Mela that is celebrated every year. So, tatas to that. Hopefully that day will be, sooner than later, that we'll all experience that same euphoria and enthusiasm. Thank you, Bansalji. Next on, we are going to invite Dr. Kanniks Kannikeswaran to be on the screen. And Kanniks ji has created a wonderful theme music for the Hindu Heritage Month this year, and we will all be playing it after he addresses this audience. But before all that happens, I'll be giving a short introduction of Dr. Kanniks Kannikeswaran ji. He is an internationally renowned music composer, educator, and scholar, and is known for his sustained contribution to music and community for the past 25 years. Kanniks has consistently employed his knowledge, understanding in music to create works of art that builds bridges across diverse communities and cultures. His recent viral video, Rivers of India, featuring Bombay Jayashree and Kaushiki Chakravarti, and his monumental tribute to India in 75 ragas, Rag Darshan, have received critical acclaim. Kanniks is regarded as pioneer of Indian American music of choirs. His far-reaching work in this area has personally touched lives over 3,500 performers, has inspired the flowering of community choirs in over 12 cities in the US, and has built new audiences and collaborations. His composition, Mahavakya, was performed at the historic reception accorded to Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji at Madison Square Gardens in 2014. Kanniks ji has been described as a Renaissance personality who effortlessly traverses diverse disciplines such as music, spirituality, and innovation. He is a recipient of several awards, including the Distinguished Alumnus Award from IIT Madras. Thank you, Kanniks. Welcome to the program. And we are all waiting to hear the wonderful theme music. Kanniks, I think you are on mute. We can't hear you. Maybe something to do with the speaker or your maybe if you can remove the earphone, that would help, and unplug it from your laptop. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. That helps. Okay. Thank you so much. Uh, so it's awesome to be here. My good friend Dr. Raj Manglik spoke to me a few months ago about the possibility of creating a theme song for October, the Hindu Heritage Month. This just being the second year, I was the whole idea was intriguing, particularly at the thought of what this month is going to be like 10 years from now, and how to set the theme for the rest of the month. And this I was thinking a few weeks ago. One of the things that struck me was, so here's a quote: Hindu Dharma is like a boundless ocean teeming with priceless gems. The deeper you dive, the more treasures you find. And this is actually a quote from Mahatma Gandhi. And so the theme that I picked for this song was one of the core ideals of Hinduism, which is the cognition of the unity of existence. See, going back to music, there's a famous musicologist from 1,000 years ago, Saranga Dev, who says, Chaitanyam sarvabhutanam vivritam jagadatmana nada brahma tadanandam advitiyam upasmahe. What it means is that I offer my salutations to Nada Brahma, the cosmic sound, which is at the core of everything, which is the source of everything. Everything that we see in the manifest reality is nothing other than that cosmic sound. And it is second to none, Advitiyam. So it is that I place my, offer my salutations to. Then going to the Tamil Siddha Yogi Tirumular, 1,500 years ago, he said, Onre Kulam, humanity is one, Anbe Sivam, love is God. So the Upanishads declare that everything that exists is sacred. Isha Vasyam Idam Sarvam. So the recognition and celebration of oneness, or the state of no otherness, is what is central to this music composition. So this is a realization that we are all the same. The entire universe is our motherland. All living beings, all of creation is a family. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, Swadesho Bhuvanathrayam. So all these are at the core of this music. And so this is also a celebration of diversity in all its manifest forms. As Tulsidas points out in this line, Hari Ananta, Hari Katha Ananta, and so on. Now, the Hindu religion is very rich in symbolism. The perpetual state of motion of the universe is illustrated by the cosmic dance of Shiva Nataraja And the image of Nataraja at CERN is a fitting illustration of the symbolism. So this is just one example. There's lots of such examples of symbolism. So how do you capture these in a 5-minute video? So what we show in the 5-minute video is just the tip of the iceberg. Well, musically, the song captures a few vakyas from the Upanishads, from Tulsidas, from Tirumular, from Ramana Maharshi, as well as my own lyrics in Sanskrit and English. So, and it takes a village to raise a child, and to produce a song like this, it takes a lot of people. And I'm blessed to have some wonderful young voices sing in this, including a really wonderful singer from the Suriname Hindustani community in Netherlands. And again, like I said before, the lyrics are both in Sanskrit and in English. And there's some wonderful talent from all over. We have a sarangi player and some other percussion like tabla and other instruments. And of course, the technical team behind mixing and mastering the music, and some fabulous video editing, which was able to integrate a lot of ideas, even as I communicated them. So I'm really grateful to have been able to collaborate with so many people in communicating this message of oneness. It is a labor of love. The visuals will tell you the story. The music will tell you the story. We hope you love it the same way we felt when we created this music. And I thank you, Dr. Raj Manglik, for the introductions and for facilitating the happening of this music video. And we humbly submit it to all of humanity during this Hindu Heritage Month. Thank you very much.
So we'll be playing the theme music.
दीपज्योति परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपो मे हरतु पापं दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं करोति कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदा शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ शान्तिः
चिदानन्दमेकमिदम्
एकं शतनामम् अनेकं शतरूपम्
अनाद्यम् अनन्तम् अपारम् चिदानन्दमेकं वन्दे असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ शान्तिः ॐ शान्तिः कोऽहं सोऽहं कोऽहं सोऽहम् सेहं नाहं देहं नाहं कोऽहं सोऽहं देहं नाहं प्रज्ञानं ब्रह्मा अहं ब्रह्मास्मि तत्त्वमसि अयमात्मा ब्रह्मा
कथा अनंता कहि सुनहि बहुविधि सब संता हरि अनंत हरि कथा अनंता कहि सुनहि बहुविधि सब संता अनंत 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 अनंत
ईशावास्यम् इदं सर्वम् ईशावास्यम् इदं सर्वम् वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम् वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम् वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम् वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम् स्वदेशो भुवनत्रयम् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतङ्गमय असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतङ्गमय असतो मा
Thank you.
दीपज्योति
Thank you so much, Dr. Kanniks, for giving us a wonderful theme video on the occasion of Hindu Heritage Month. And it's an earworm. I mean, it is so melodious that I think it will be played on a loop for many of us, and it's truly a global collaboration. We can see, talent being spread across the globe. And thank you so much for giving a wonderful, wonderful theme music for Hindu Heritage Month, Dr. Kanniks. Next on, I will request Shree Amitabh Mittalji to come on screen. He's a General Secretary of VHPA, affiliated with VHPA since 1987, one of the founding members of Hindu Students' Council, and he was part of the host committee in charge of registration and logistics management of World Hindu Congress, which was held in Chicago in 2018. So, Namaste Amitabh ji. Amitabh ji, if you can kindly read the letter that you have.
Oh, thank you. Namaste, everyone. Jai Mata Di. Namaskar, Sat Shri Akal, Pranam. We are delighted that we have a letter received from Mananiya Honorable Pradhan Mantri of Bharat, Narendra Bhai Modi. I will just read the letter for everyone. So this is a message from Narendra Bhai. It is deeply heartening to learn about the celebration of October as Hindu Heritage Month. Heartiest congratulations and greetings to everyone associated with this initiative by the Indian diaspora to keep alive our rich heritage and glorious tradition in different parts of this world. Be it profound spirituality, high philosophy, love for environment, or the science of wellness, Indian culture has gone deep into different dimensions and also enriched the world with great works. It has also been a beacon of inclusivity and harmonious coexistence, which is deeply relevant for our world today. This lasting legacy of our ancestors is a source of pride and inspiration to us all. Our heritage is an amalgamation of various languages, customs, religions, with welfare of the whole world at the core of our philosophy. It is this very timeless and universal appeal of our culture that is admired by one and all. Our innate love and respect for diversity is also a reason behind the Indian diaspora's ability to thrive in different countries, holding on to their own culture while also respecting other cultures. Our diaspora has always been a positive force multiplier in upholding and enriching our heritage. In this regard, the decision of many Indian diaspora organizations to come together to celebrate October as a Hindu Heritage Month is apt. The month of October is replete with celebrations of festivals showcasing our rich cultural ethos and vibrant traditions. We must carry forward the legacy bequeathed by our ancestors for the benefit of the future generations. It is our responsibility to not only showcase our culture and heritage before the world with immense pride, but also to enable youth to establish a lifelong connection to Mahabharati. Our initiative adds momentum to this mission. Best wishes to members of Indian diaspora settled in different parts of the world. Celebration of Hindu Heritage Month. Namaste, Narendra Modi. Thank you.
Thank you, Amitabh ji. There was perhaps some issue with the computer audio or your phone, and we couldn't actually hear that well, Narendra ji's message.
We will be sharing it on our website.
Yeah, yeah. So I think for the interest of the audience, probably I will be reading it again, if that's okay.
Sure.
And if the technical team can also project the picture of the Prime Minister Modi ji on the screen, that would be great help. And so that I know everybody can go and access in the website, but it would be great if they can see it here as well, read it here as well. This is the message. It is deeply heartening to learn about the celebration of October as Hindu Heritage Month. Heartiest congratulations and greetings to everyone associated with this initiative by the Indian diaspora to keep alive our rich heritage and glorious traditions in different parts of the world. Be it profound spirituality, high philosophy, love for the environment, or the science of wellness, Indian culture has gone deep into different dimensions and also enriched the world with great works. It has also been a beacon of inclusivity and harmonious coexistence, which is deeply relevant for our world today. This lasting legacy of our ancestors is a source of pride and inspiration for all of us. Our heritage is an amalgamation of various languages, customs, and religions with the welfare of the whole world at the core of our philosophy. It is this very timelessness and universal appeal of our culture that is admired by one and all. Our innate love and respect for diversity is also the reason behind the Indian diaspora's ability to thrive in different countries, holding on to their own culture while respecting other cultures. Our diaspora has always been a positive force multiplier in upholding and enriching our heritage. In this regard, the decision of many Indian organizations to come together to celebrate October as Hindu Heritage Month is apt. The month of October is replete with celebrations of festivals showcasing our rich cultural ethos and vibrant traditions. We must carry forward the legacy bequeathed by our ancestors for the benefit of future generation. It is our responsibility to not only showcase our culture and heritage before the world with immense pride, but also enable the youth to establish a lifelong connect with Mahabharati. This is signed off with best wishes of Shree Narendra Modi ji. Thank you. And now, next we move on to the keynote address of the day today. We are all looking forward to, hearing our chief guest of the event. That is Shri Dattatreya Hosbale ji. And can the technical team bring Hosbale ji on the screen? Namaste. Before Dattatreya ji starts with his address to the audience, a quick introduction. Many of the people don't need his introduction, but for the rest of the audience, Maniniya Dattatreya Hosbale ji is currently serving as the General Secretary of Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh since March 2021. He has previously served as the General Secretary for student organization Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad for more than 15 years. Sri Dattaji is a postgraduate in English literature from Mysuru University and is fluent in Kannada, Hindi, Marathi, English, and Sanskrita. He joined RSS in 1968 and then its affiliated student wing ABVP in 1972 and was appointed its general secretary in 1978. During this tenure as ABVP General Secretary, Dattaji played an active role in setting up Youth Development Center in Guwahati, Assam. In 2003, Dattaji came back to RSS and was appointed its Sau Bauddhika Pramukh, joint in charge of intellectual activities in 2004. In 2009, he was appointed as RSS Sahakaryavaha. He has voiced his opinion on Indian secularism, being anti-Hindu, and saying when it comes to the idea of India, there is no dispute as such. The point is that there has been a variety of ideas, and each must be permitted its space. So it's not necessary that they should be at loggerheads or contrary to each other. So this is a short introduction of Sri Dattatreya Hosbale. Welcome to the program.
Namaste. Namaste to all. Am I audible?
Yes, Dattaji, you are audible.
To all, I am immensely you all for this segment to be with you this night for this Heritage Month. I thank VHP of America, the team Hindu, and especially Sri Ajay Shah. Extend a warm greeting to all on the occasion of Navaratri, auspicious festival of Hindus. It is a great idea in promoting the Hindu civil and cultural aspects. The vast number of people. I congratulate VHP of America for this initiative, which is making Hindu Heritage Month the 26 states of Union proclamations of recognized contributions of Hindus in many, almost 100 plus persons have come forward. This is all news. Dear sisters and brothers, Hindu culture and civilization have the most covetable in human history, ancient and surviving and flourished of life. The Hindu values of life, developing the Hindu way of life. The worldview born out of Hindus are the most fun for the current and for all times. As we are humanity facing multiple challenges of development, all over, which is the right model for being debated. Experiments are going on. Environment issues have thrown many challenges to humanity. And there are many challenges and questions at various
Dattaji,
levels.
Dattaji,
Please.
Dattaji, the voice is coming a little choppy. Is it okay if you can remove your wireless and use the computer? Can you stop?
They
Yes.
at individual, family level, societal level, which I mean religious issues. These are issues that is now facing. The universal view of the Hindu civilization, which has evolved over millions, even today, for the welfare of humankind. And I should say, not only for the welfare of the human, but for the very existence, nature of our environment. Sustainability is being very much when you discuss the issue of environmental questions. Hindu view of has always seen all nature as sacred. In Hindu, the river is to be worshipped. The earth is sacred. The entire nature is to be the mother. The very like for all of us. That is why the Hindu view says, emphasizes that nature is exploited. Nature milked for the sustenance of humanity. Another area is the fact we all know is the smallest of a society. It is the primary building. Family sustains, supports values. No. Home. Home is a home. The great values are not only but also transmit to the next generations. The Hindu client very fact of transmitting the great to the next generation. Every member of becomes a responsible citizen. society and contributes and to humanity at the larger scale. Today, in many families, unfortunately, things are taking place. Trust is in deficit. Many a time, the police suffers life underlines the affection, reality, and family respecting opinion and requirements of everybody, and everybody has to greater good. Why system that civilization has millennia message for humanity today. Another area for development and living on this planet. The man has founded religions, and every religion has its own way of worship, its own theocratic thinking, its own philosophy, but they cannot be at loggerheads, they cannot be conflicting with each other. The Hindu values of life has seen that all ways of worship lead to the ultimate truth. The spiritual democracy is the key, is the thing not only for tolerance in the field of religions, but also respecting all other religions. That was the great message delivered by Swami Vivekananda during the World Religious Conference, which he addressed in Chicago more than 100 years ago. But unfortunately, we see that religions are negatively looking at other religions. My God is the true God and your God is false God. My way is the only way and your way is the false way. If this is going to be the path of people who follow the religions, then it is sure to break humanity, create conflicts, and ultimately lead to bloodshed and violence. That's what we have been experiencing in different parts of the world today, unfortunately. And Hindu society has allowed many religions to flourish. And we see Ekam Sat Vipra Bahuda Vadanti. The truth is one, and the learned have recognized it in different ways. That's why there may be any number of religious paths to attain the same truth. All religions may not be same. The myth of sameness also should be exploded. But at the same time, all religions may be, and I am sure they are, trying to achieve that ultimate truth. in their own way. Yes, Shaiva Samupasate Shiva iti Brahmeti Vedantino. Bauddha Buddhamita Nayayika Aranityati Jaina Shasana Rata Karmeti Mimamsaka Soyam no Vidadatu Vanchita Palam Trailokyanato Hari. That is, whether you are a Jain or a Buddha or a Sikh or a Nayayika or a Vyakan, all these different ways also lead to the same ultimate truth. That is what the Hindus have not only experienced but exhorted from others also. So this harmonious way of living, the inclusivity which Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi mentioned in his message to this event, is the underlying philosophy and practice of the Hindu civilization. So that is going to be the leading light for the conflicting religions. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam and Swadesho Bhumanatrayam. Just now, Kannikeswaran mentioned about it. These are the great messages of the Hindu cultural heritage. So those things are going to give panacea to many ills that humanity is suffering with. There is one more idea that Hindu view of life has presented before the humanity. That is about consumerism, that is about commodity culture. Just now, as I said, nature is not to be exploited, but it's to be milked for the sustenance of humanity. That's why how much we need for our comfortable life. Simple living and high thinking has been the message of all people who have think great and who have lived great. They have shown that in their lives that simple living also takes care of environmental sustainability. That's why this commodity culture and consumerism, which is in a way detrimental to the environmental health, has to be checked, and Hindu view of life supports this very much. Friends, the individual rights, survival of the fittest, exploitation of nature, struggle for existence, these have been the thoughts of the Western society over the centuries. And that is how they have had the world view. Whereas the Hindu view of life emphasizes on not the rights alone, but on the duties of the human being, of the individual. It is not the struggle for existence and survival of the fittest. These are jungle laws. Those things cannot be the leading principles for human society. All those who are born have a right to live, and that is why it is the bounden duty of every individual to see that others are also comfortably they live. That's why it is not struggle for existence of one's own self, but it is to allow others and separate and celebrate the life on the planet. So these are the essential messages of the Hindu values of life. So in the end, I would like to quote Arnold Toynbee, the noted British historian, who said, I quote, "It is already becoming clear that a chapter which had a Western beginning will have to have an ending if it is not to end in self-destruction of the human race. At this supremely dangerous moment in human history, the only way of salvation is the ancient Hindu way. Here we have the attitude and spirit that can make it possible for the human race to grow together into a single family." Friends, I think this great message of Arnold Toynbee will be cherished, and that will be really an inspiring message for efforts like Hindu Heritage Month to grow in strength and become a successful initiative. I wish all the best and success for this great initiative of Vishwa Hindu Parishat of America, and my best wishes to all those who have been participating in this Hindu Heritage Month. Let us celebrate this great idea as a festival. Namaskar to all.
Dhanyavad Dattaji for that wonderful keynote address to the audience here, and also for bringing out all the gems of the Hindu values that we all cherish, and also bringing the point of the Chirapuratana Nitya Nutana Sanatana. It is older than the oldest, yet it offers the newest of perspective to people who practice it every single day. So thank you so much for your keynote address, and dhanyavad, Dattaji, from all of us here. Thank you. So the next segment of this event is sharing the video messages of our partner organization. So we will move on to that.
इयम् अपूर्वा संस्कृतवार्ता प्रवाचकः गवीषद्विवेदी सञ्चिका संख्या 46 हिन्दू न जातिः न च केवलं धर्मः अपि तु संस्कारविशेषः परिष्कृता जीवनपद्धतिः किञ्चित् वैशिष्ट्यमेव यतः ऐषमः अपि संयुक्तराज्य अमेरिका अक्टोबर् मासं हिन्दू परम्परा मासत्वेन आमानयति विश्व हिन्दू परिषद् अथ च शताधिकानि हिन्दू संघटनानि अपि अत्र सहभागं कुर्वन्ति। एतेषु संघटनेषु अस्ति संस्कृतभारती संघटनं यत् हि विश्वस्य 46 देशेषु कार्यं कुर्वत् अस्ति। अमेरिकायाम् अपि 40 नगरेषु एतस्य कार्यं प्रचलति। अधुना हिन्दू परम्परा मासम् अवलम्ब्य 30 दिनात्मकाः कार्यक्रमाः संस्कृतभारत्या आयोज्यन्ते, यत्र प्रतिदिनं हिन्दू परम्परा स्मरणम् इति नाम्ना कश्चन प्रमुखः प्रभागः कल्पितः अस्ति। विविध कथानां माध्यमेन सुभाषितैः संवादैः च हिन्दू परम्पराणां विषये विशदीकरणम् अस्ति प्रमुखम् उद्देश्यम्। अपि भवन्तः सिद्धाः हिन्दू परम्परा मासम् आचरितुम्?
प्रतिदिनं 9 कार्यक्रमस्य आरम्भः अस्माकं यूट्यूब वाहिन्या प्रसार्यते। आगच्छन्तु, पश्यन्तु, हिन्दू परम्पराम् अवगच्छन्तु।
Namaskar. On behalf of Hindu Council of Australia, I congratulate the celebration committee of Hindu Heritage Month in October. It is a great initiative to preserve, promote and pass on our rich heritage to the next generation. Hindu Council as a national body proud to join this program and appeal all member organizations to support and join this great initiative and dedicate all your events in October month to this Hindu Heritage Month program. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Hindu Council of Australia is proud to be a part of Hindu Heritage Month to celebrate our heritage, culture, and festivals with other Hindus around the world. Hindu Council of Australia is a federation of Hindu organizations and temples in Australia and has an active branch in each state. The need to celebrate being a Hindu, celebrate our Hinduness, and be proud of it has never been more than today. Forces that subdued Hindus for centuries continue to tell us to lie low, and many Hindus have been doing just that. It's time for us to stand up and be proud of our Hinduness, to correct how Hinduism is being taught in schools and universities, to be counted as no less among other religions and cultures of the world.
Thank you for playing that messages of the partner organizations. Next on, we will take a 15-minute short break. We will be having entertainment segment from the group Kirtaniyas. It is a 15-minute short break. Please do stay connected. Don't go away. And we will continue the rest of our program. We have an excellent lineup of speakers from other organizations, all lined up to give their perspective of Hindu Heritage Month. So don't go away. There's a short video and we'll be back with the rest of the program. Thank you. Technical team.
Hindu
का विचार हो, रोम रोम में रमा स्वधर्म संस्कार हो। आरती उतारते प्राण दीप हो मगन, स्नेह नीर से सदा फूलते रहे सुमन, स्नेह नीर से सदा फूलते रहे सुमन। आर के सुसूत्र में मोतियों की पंक्तियां, रामनगर प्रांत से संग्रहित शक्तियां। आर के सुसूत्र में मोतियों की पंक्तियां, रामनगर प्रांत से संग्रहित शक्तियां। लक्ष लक्ष रूप से देश हो विराजतन, स्नेह नीर से सदा फूलते रहे सुमन, स्नेह नीर से सदा फूलते रहे सुमन। ऐक्य शक्ति देश की प्रगति में समर्थ हो, धर्म आसरा लिए मोक्ष काम अर्थ हो। ऐक्य शक्ति देश की प्रगति में समर्थ हो, धर्म आसरा लिए मोक्ष काम अर्थ हो। पुण्य भूमि आज फिर ज्ञान का बने सदन, स्नेह नीर से सदा फूलते रहे सुमन, स्नेह नीर से सदा फूलते रहे सुमन। भूमि गान से गूंजता रहे गगन, स्नेह नीर से सदा फूलते रहे सुमन। भूमि गान से गूंजता रहे गगन, स्नेह नीर से सदा फूलते रहे सुमन, स्नेह नीर से सदा फूलते रहे सुमन, स्नेह नीर से सदा फूलते रहे सुमन।
गंगाधराय नमः ॐ। गंगाधराय नमः ॐ। गंगाधराय नमः ॐ। गंगाधराय शंकराय नमः ॐ। शिव शंकराय नमः ॐ। शिव शंकराय नमः ॐ। शिव शंकराय गंगाधराय नमः गंगाधराय नमः गंगाधराय नमः
Namaste. Welcome back after that wonderful music offering from a group of children from Boston area who are disciples of Suchita Ravji and also the Kirtaniya group who specifically shot this bhajan for us right from Rishikesh. So we all got a Rishikesh virtual Rishikesh Yatra also as part of this inaugural celebration. So thank you so much for that kids group, Suchita Rao's disciple group, and also the Kirtaniya group for rendering such wonderful entertainment segment for this inaugural event. Thank you. So moving on, we now request Nimisha Patelji to come here and share her thoughts. Nimisha ji is a small business owner and director of COVID Seva at World Hindu Council of America. She has been selfless volunteer for Hindu community and Hindu temples since many years. She is also a social activist for Hindu community in USA. Nimisha Patelji, namaste. Your video is off.
Namaste. Sorry, I think somehow I'm unable to turn off my video.
You
Uh, However, without wasting time, I would just like to request all of you, Namaste and happy Hindu Heritage Month to all of you. Navratri as well. As we all know, Hindu Heritage Month celebration is a month task, and it is not just being celebrated in the states, but it is also being celebrated in different countries wherever the Hindu are living. So we need your support to spread the word, both as a volunteer and as a dharmanch. I would like to request all of you to contribute to our Hindu Heritage Month link that will be displayed here. No amount will be the smaller amount. All the any donation will help to take this task and all the plans that Jaiji and Hindu Heritage, you know, admin team that we have, we will be able to achieve that. So please donate generously. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nimisha Patelji, for that donation appeal. Thank you. And now we move on to the next segment of this event, where we'll invite speakers, leaders of various Hindu organizations of North America. So, first off, I will be inviting Dr. Ajay Shah from VHPA. And Dr. Ajay Shah serves as the president of World Hindu Council of America, VHPA. He is the founder and convener of American Hindus Against Defamation, AHAD, the very first initiative of Hindus to stand up against the misrepresentation of Hindu symbols and culture. He is also founder and convener of Hindu Policy Research and Advocacy Collective USA Hindu Pact. Um, He's also a co-host of Hindu Lounge, a weekly program on contemporary American Hindu issues. Dr. Shah also serves on the board of trustees of Hindu University of America. He's also a co-founder of Hindu Student Council, HSC, the first and the largest organization of Hindu students outside of Bharat, and co-founder of HinduNet, the first and the most prominent Hindu website in the world, which paved the way for Hindu presence in the electronic media. He credits Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad in Mumbai, India, for inspiring him to work on Hindu causes. As the president of World Hindu Council of America, we request him to come and share his thought on the Hindu Heritage Month inauguration day. Thank you.
Thank you and namaste. Thank you, Vallabhaji, and thank you for inviting me to speak here on behalf of the coalition that is running the Hindu Heritage Month. This year, India celebrates 75th anniversary of its independence. From the global Hindu community to the Hindus of India and its representative, Manya Dattaji, my supreme namaskar and my gratitude for speaking earlier today. Ours is a civilization that has contributed so much to the human race. Hindu Heritage Month is a celebration of our contributions to the world. We unselfishly shared our knowledge with the world. We proclaimed Ahimsa Parmo Dharma, non-violence is the supreme religion, and spread Gautam Buddha's message of peace. Our gods and goddesses proclaim victory over evil and manifest strength, and yet we were enslaved for 1,000 years. Something went wrong. Today, when we look around, we see that a Ganesh Mandir in Queens, New York, that is vandalized repeatedly. We see Hindus in the UK being attacked. In a Taco Bell in California and on streets in Dallas, Texas, Hindus are tormented, and in a school in California, Hindu kids are bullied when they try to open a Hindu club. Globally, there is an attempt to erase the essence of Hindu Dharma. And yet, Hindu Dharma has survived, not just survived, it has thrived. There are two reasons. So, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa often told a parable. There was once a tiger cub who was left orphaned. A family of goats brought him up. He acquired all the traits of a goat, foraging among the grass and nibbling at the leaves. He even cried out like a goat. Once an older tiger found him, showed him his reflection, and impressed upon him his inherent strength. In Kali Yuga, this teacher, the teacher tiger, is the strength of the community, coming together, acting together. As we say, Sangha Shakti Kali Yuga. The second reason of our survival is much more profound. Bhagwan Mahavir taught us the inner strength, one that is acquired through rigorous self-restraint, or Jinendra, conquering the inner self. Bhagavad Gita has taught us about strength in all forms, physical, moral, and spiritual. Hindu Dharma is resilience. Hindu Dharma is defiance. Hindu Dharma is courage. Hindu Dharma is strength. We have survived and thrived because we have a destiny to fulfill. Our destiny is to infuse the world with our universal spirituality. It is to help persevere, preserve, and protect earth, bring about equality and equanimity, and share the spirit of Navratri we are celebrating this week with art, with culture, with literature, with music, with dance and poetry. Ours is a destiny to enrich the human lives, and that is the mission of Hindu Heritage Month, and that is the spirit of Hindu Heritage Month. From the bottom of my heart, I thank all the 150 organizations that have come together globally to celebrate the Hindu Heritage Month. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to say a few words. Thank you and namaste.
Thank you, Dr. Ajay Shahji, for that wonderful perspective on Hindu Heritage Month, and also telling us that Sanghe Shakti Kali Yuga, that we are all together and we are all united, then, we will prevail and we will thrive. So thank you for that message, Ajay ji. Next on, we will invite Dr. Sai Patil. She is from Hindu Swayamsevak Sangh, HSS. Dr. Sai Patil is originally from Nasik, Maharashtra, and currently lives in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. She completed her PhD in molecular biology from New York Medical College and an executive MBA from University of Pittsburgh. She works as a director project management for a pharmaceutical company. She's currently serving as the joint executive director of HSS USA. Namaskar, Dr. Patil. Welcome to inaugural event of Hindu Heritage Month.
Namaste. Namaste, everyone. And first of all, thank you for inviting HSS to celebrate Hindu Heritage Month with you. And I would like to wish everyone a very happy and auspicious Hindu Heritage Month. We are also in this wonderful time of Navratri celebration. And as the Navaratri suggests, the Shakti in form of divinity, the Hindu Swayamsevak Sangha also helps bring families together to practice, protect, and promote Hindu Dharma through its weekly activities. The idea is to develop character so that we develop an individual who is an asset to the society and positively contributes to the society through inculcating Hindu values. As our theme this year is Hindu values, some of the things Hindu Swayamsevak Sangha does during this month of October and some part of November to celebrate these values. One of the events we do is Seva Diwali. Seva Diwali brings multiple organizations together on one platform to serve the humanity. Hunger is one of the biggest challenges in America, and through different organizations, we do the food drive. Last year, we had almost 600,000 pounds of food collected to serve more than 450 individuals. 350 organizations came together, and the value we are bringing out through this is serving humanity, is serving divinity. There is one of the wonderful ways to celebrate a Hindu Heritage Month. We also have a Vijayadashmi celebration in 35 metros. And this year, Seva Diwali is launched last week and will be celebrated with more than 150 cities in America. There will be Hindu Heritage Week celebrated on different chapters through Hindu Yuva in the universities in America. This is an occasion where we all, with our different capabilities, come together as Hindu society and contribute to our society where we live in so that we can make it a better place. Namaste.
Thank you, Dr. Sai Patilji, for giving your perspective on Hindu Heritage Month and also telling us a brief introduction of what HSS does, inculcating Hindu values in our kids so that they become an asset to the community, in the society, and a model citizen, become a model citizen in general. So thank you so much. And next on, I request Pushpita Prasadji to come on the screen. She represents Coalition of Hindus of North America, KOHNA. She is a board member of KOHNA and believes in the power of grassroots advocacy, activism, dialogue to drive change and understanding. Pushpita is a storyteller and communications professional with a background in working with media, technology, and history. Pushpita researches and educates about topics related to India and Hinduism, decolonization, media representation, and human rights. Pushpita Prasad of KOHNA. Welcome.
Thank you. Namaste and Shubh Navratri to everybody. I am representing the Coalition of Hindus of North America, also known as KOHNA, and we are deeply honored to be part of the launch of the Hindu Heritage Month of 2022. Congratulations to the Vishwa Hindu Parishad of America for bringing together this vast network of voices, organizations, and leaders into one phenomenal initiative. So it is indeed that beautiful time of the year when our homes and temples are resonating with the deep joy and spirituality seems to be everywhere. Our communities are resounding to the mesmerizing beats of the dholak at the dandiyas and garbas. We are dancing to the dhak at the Durga Puja, and we are enjoying the visual feasts of the golus as we honor the divine feminine. The smell of dhoop, diya, and flowers are wafting through our homes, and a million diyas are being readied for use at Diwali. So truly, this is a time to rejoice, but it's also a time to understand and celebrate the rich culture that we have all inherited as Hindus. I am especially energized by Hinduism's holistic approach to life, its deep reverence for the environment, and quite uniquely, its celebration for the feminine, which is what makes it so relevant to the modern world we live in. And like all good things, our beautiful and deep heritage also needs to be, protected, nurtured, and enriched further. And this is where an initiative like Hindu Heritage Month and grassroots organizations like KOHNA can make a big difference. I know there's a lot planned in the coming weeks, and I'm looking forward to attending and enjoying and learning from them. But I think it's really important that each one of us also use this month as a reason to kind of shake up our daily routine and do something to protect, enrich, and educate about Hinduism in our spheres and the innumerable ways that it inspires us. It could be art, dance, music, yoga, meditation, mindfulness, whatever it is that motivates you. Our heritage includes the powerful mathematicians, philosophers, architects, builders, scientists through history and today, but so little is known about them. So all of us need to make sure that we are reaching out into and talking about them, whether it's our workplaces, our schools, our neighborhood groups, our community gatherings, or more. And this really has to be a grassroots effort because we are not just the inheritors of this rich tradition, we are also its custodians. And it's absolutely our duty to understand, nurture, and protect Dharma and make sure that we leave it thriving enough to pass it on to future generations so that they too get to experience the depth, vitality, and freedom that we enjoyed. Our ancestors executed on their responsibility. Let's not shy away from ours. And we don't have to do this alone. This is where organizations like Kohana and so many others featured here today can make a difference, because everyone's individual efforts can be supported with content, training, and more. And it's not empty talk. At Kona, over the last 2 years, we have seen the direct result of individuals taking action. And an empowered individual, empowered by the right platform, is a force on themselves. And, we saw the results, whether it was tackling the misnomer of the Hakenkreuz, now unfortunately known as the swastika in the Western world, where we helped 4 different states fix the terminology. It could be the growing issue of Hinduphobia, where we have seen everyday Hindus start to fight back, stand up for themselves, whether it's in their schools, whether it's in a Taco Bell, whether it's our mandirs, and people and helping to elevate this issue not just in their community but also in the mainstream press, and the growing misrepresentation of Hinduism in the world of academia, in the mainstream press, and other places. So this is especially important in the United States of America, because it's not only our home, but it's also our karma bhumi. Millions of Hindu Americans live here, and our success has been integral to the success of industries from technology, finance, science, academics, and more. Yet, despite our success, or maybe because of it, we have often become too quiet about our faith, and we've allowed others to define it and speak for us. This needs to change. We need to speak up, and our voices need to become part of the public square. Dharmo Rakshiti Rakshitaha. We have all heard this powerful exhortation. Now is the time to be inspired and act upon it. Thank you, Namaste, and Dhanyavad.
Thank you, Pushpita Prasadji, for coming and presenting the Kohana perspective on this inaugural event. And very rightly said that, we have to create the awareness of Hindu contribution in schools and workplaces, wherever we are, and be, actively involved in the grassroots level advocacy work for the Hindus. So thank you so much for coming to the event today. I next call upon Arushi Ramaka. She is representing Hindu Student Council for this event. Arushi Ramaka is a first-year student at UNC Chapel Hill, studying public health and medicine. She has been involved with Hindu Student Council since 2019. She has participated in many key events such as World Association for Vedic Studies Research Conference and the Understanding Hinduphobia Conference. Arushi enjoys writing, Kuchipudi dance, Carnatic music, Telugu movies, and learning more about Sanatana Dharma. So welcome, Arushi.
Namaste, everyone. It's an honor to be here with so many esteemed leaders of the Hindu community, and I'm so happy to be speaking along with all of you. And on behalf of Hindu Students Council, we're very happy to be part of this enormous celebration of, first and foremost, who we are and the identity that we will never, ever let go of. And I'd like to start off with a small story, make this a little bit personal. It may not be as formal. I hope you don't mind. Ever since I started having social studies classes that covered the global South, including, our civilization, I never wanted to keep my mouth shut. I always wanted to discuss with my teachers what they were teaching me. And often I would challenge them, of course, in a respectful way, but nevertheless assertively. For example, the past year in a history class, I wanted to present about Hindu phobia in order to kind of give people the perspective that they were missing. We had covered the war in Afghanistan with no mention of Afghan Hindu or Sikhs whatsoever, and I wanted to bring that to attention. And I see often that when you talk about this, some people will appreciate it, some people won't. But regardless of what other people may think or anything that is negatively said, it's first and foremost important to see how much that type of kind of truth telling can bring people together and really help everyone see what decolonized history really is. And kind of going back to I guess, less serious or sensitive subject. There are very simple things we do every day at home that I took for granted in the safe space of being able to go to the small mandir at home every day, of being able to do Carnatic music and Kuchipudi dance every day. And now I'm 8 hours away from home, completely different community and college. And I think the hardest thing for Hindu students to do is in this world of post-colonial rationality, where what we do every day may be seen as something spiritual or traditional or maybe even a little old-fashioned in a lot of people's minds. We need to find a balance between worldly affairs and our spiritual pursuit. And I think the last speaker, Pushpita ji, she really put it in such a beautiful way of trying to do the small things every day. For example, I try to do Kuchipudi dance and Carnatic music whenever I can. And sometimes it even could be a conversation. A lot of my friends are from different sampradayas, different languages in India. I'm Telugu and I very proudly follow Advaita Smarta, the tradition. And there's so many people with so many beautiful languages, so many beautiful gods, deities, and philosophies that they practice. And often just getting the courage to talk about this as kids, even from our American or so-called different perspective, is an amazing way to kind of nurture that curiosity and become more open about who we are. And I really think that forming that safe space for ourselves with that assertiveness and an open curiosity about who we are and why we do things is an amazing stepping stone for advocacy on a bigger level that really can help kids stand up for themselves when serious problems present, whether it be in the classroom, in textbooks, academia, or later in the workplace. Thank you everyone again for organizing this amazing celebration of our identity and our culture. Namaste. Have an amazing day, everyone.
Thank you, Arushi. Thank you for being the voice of the youth and representing Hindu Student Council. And you very rightly said that, each small step that we do every day, is the building block of, being a Hindu advocate and standing up for ourselves, for the youth. So thank you so much, Arushi. Next, I would like to call Isan Khatir from Hindu American Foundation. Since little bit of background of Isan, since his youthful registration as a conscientious objector to war, to his present duty as Hindu American Foundation California Advocacy Director, responsible for education, policy implementation, and community building in the Golden State, Isan Khatir has always advocated non-violent, peaceful solutions. He is a contributor to Hinduism Today magazine, the Sanmarga Iraivan Temple, and the Hindu Heritage Endowment. For 3 years, he chaired the Business Development Committee of the International House Board and served as a finance commissioner for the city of Davis, California. He's a director of the Elder William Brewster Society, Kulapati Chela of Shaiva Siddhanta Church, Gandhian Society member, Council for a Livable World member, and a member of the Institute of Governmental Advocates. Welcome, Isan. Thank you for joining us today.
Oh, thank you, Vallabhaji, for the wonderful introduction. When Jaiji sent me the invitation here, he said the theme was, is Hindu Dharma relevant today? And my answer, of course, is yes. Oh my, yes. More needed today than at any time in history, perhaps. Why? Because humankind, we've always ultimately sought the divine. And even today, humankind continues to seek truth as best they know how. And Hindu Dharma, sort of the oldest banyan tree in the forest, continues to provide all kinds of potent spiritual resources today for over 1 billion people. And despite some adversity, of course, we continue to flourish because Hindu Dharma fulfills this basic human need exceptionally well. One of our most valuable cultural norms that Hindu American Foundation promotes, of course, is pluralism. We know that there's a personal path to God for each of us. Ours is not a dogmatic faith that preaches blind obedience, but instead, through puja, through sadhana, invites us to search for and to find and to commune with the divine
in all existence. Perhaps one of our most popular revelations to the planet is the concept of karma, which gives us a sense of personal responsibility over our own lives. Instead of perceiving ourselves as suffering sinners, we instead take responsibility for our own circumstances. And the good news is, we know that all, without exception, will one day return to God consciousness. Our Hindu American Foundation role is to protect these cultural norms, these political and sociological safe spaces in the American lifestyle that will allow us to practice our religion. We accomplish this by educating the public on Hindu customs, culture, practices through legislative acts. HAF, with the help of other groups, California now says that the swastika is a sacred symbol for Hindus, the first state in the Union to put that into their law books. And we also train law enforcement to implement these legislative acts. And we work through community building with the colorful spectrum of the many Hindu sampradayas. So yes, the world needs Hindu Dharma now. For, within Hindu Dharma is all that humankind needs to seek and to find, to commune with the divine. Other ways of life have forms of karma and bhakti yoga. Rotary Club does karma yoga, but Hindu Dharma excels at these two and goes on to form, it goes on from there with Raja Yoga and Jnana Yoga, where we learn our true nature. We identify our guru, and under the guidance, ascend to God realization. Then from that experience grows the ultimate wisdom, the jnana. Of course, not every soul makes the full ascent in the current incarnation, yet all Hindus respect and provide for those who do undertake this ultimate quest of humankind. We respect and we honor and support our swamis, our sadhus, our leaders and teachers. And of course, our customs and traditions in homes and temples are charming and relevant and potent and methodically direct each of us to that ultimate goal. So to maintain the availability of this entire divine process is our Dharma as Hindus, as I see it. It's written of, it's sung about, it's practiced for these many thousand years, but now it's our turn in our lives, overseeing our several generations ahead to carry on with, as we say in my sampradaya, this eternal dance of Siva. So we congratulate the VHP of America for organizing the Hindu Heritage Month. It's an important milestone for our worldwide community.
Thank you, Sanji, for your wonderful talk and bringing the Hindu American Foundation perspective. Also, thank you for reiterating and re-emphasizing drawing the comparison between Hindu Dharma and the old banyan tree. That's a classic. Thank you so much, and of course, the eternal dance of Shiva. Thank you. We'll cherish these words. Next on. This is a wonderful, conference of all the Hindu organizations here on the screen with all the people coming. And thank you so much for being part of this event here. I next on call Tejal Shahaji to be coming on the screen, virtual screen, and do the vote of thanks for this event. Tejalji? While she comes on the screen, I will give
Hari Om, Namaste everyone. Over the last hour and a half, with the support of and participation of 100+ organizations around the world, we just kicked off Hindu Heritage Month 2022. I thank each of the organization being here with us with great enthusiasm and zeal that they bring to the community to celebrate Hindu Heritage Month 2022. Thank you for our chief guest, Manya Dattaji, for putting Hindu Heritage Month in a right context and perspective for Hindu community around the world. Thank you to Kannikeswarji. His team put the Hindu theme song and the music very beautifully. The rendition is so beautiful that it still plays in our ears.
And thank you to our youth, the young kids, and the Kirtaniya group for the entertainment. Thank you, VHPA, for this great initiative, and as well as bringing all other major Hindu organization, HSS, HAF, HSC, Kohana. We all joined hands together. We came together to show Hindu identity to the world in a real sense. So thank you for being there. As well as we also thank every Karyakarta who has worked behind the scene, who have provided helping hands to shape Hindu Heritage Month as an initiative and program at large. I thank all the partners from the world across, the Coalition of Hindu from Australia, Coalition of Hindus from Canada. Thank you for being there. And last, not the least, our MC, Vallabhaji, beautifully conducted this program. Thank you, Vallabhaji, for taking a charge of the program and making it very beautiful. Jayji, we can't thank you much. Your tireless effort has brought us here, making Hindu Heritage Month the dream project for everyone being here and expanding its horizon from USA to around the world in a matter of just 2 years. It's a big achievement for all of us, and we thank you for that. Thank you all who are watching this wonderful program virtually. Without you, the program is nothing. I thank every Hindu. Dhanyavad for your contribution. Dhanyavad for being here with us. And let's continue month-long celebration with a small prayer. Om Sahana Vavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahviryam Karvavahaihi, Tejasvina Vaditamastu, Ma Vidvishavahaihi. Om Shanti. Shanti, Shanti. Dhanyavad, Pranam.
So, as Tejal Shaji concluded with a wonderful Shanti mantra, and in closing, Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu, may everybody be contented and happy always. And on that note, we conclude the inaugural session of Hindu Heritage Month. Shubh Navratri once again, and Jayatu Sanathan. Thank you.